Tonight's commentary is brought to you by Screwball. Peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah, that stuff's good.
That's okay. My contribution is Reese's peanut butter cups.
And knee braces for your knees. And Fireball when you have no self-respect left.
You're gonna make me get drunk tonight, aren't you?
You're gonna get drunk by a sip.
Yeah. See, when it tastes like candy.
I would say it tastes like candy.
So what did we make? Root beer and
Crown Royale
salted
caramel plus root beer equals
Liz becoming a full-blown alcoholic.
Crown Royale with what?
What's up, collectors? Welcome to Talking-ish. We got lots of great topics today. Hopefully Isaac joins soon. Wheel of Misfortune.
Yay.
We got some key books to look at. Great topics. Great friends. A great soda I just finished.
You can't have any. Get away from me, cat. No.
I think Isaac's. Oh, let me let Isaac in. Sorry, Isaac.
Diddly-doo.
Hell, it's a rapper for frick shit. Get away from me. Stop it. Don't.
That's how you do that.
Yeah, but when you do that, they dig in, man. I end up getting hurt. I have scars all over from that stupid shit.
Damn cats.
Right.
No, I have a way of dealing with them when I want them away from me. Josh just goes "Muh," and like knocks them off my lap. Well, they dig in because they're getting pushed off. Who gets hurt? I get hurt. Yeah, remember? People think I slit my wrist because of a cat, because of something you did. Because of scratches. They just look at them and then they just look at me. I'm like, it was my cat. They're like, right.
Like that episode of Lucy when that book gets thrown at her face and they think Ricky hits her.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Let's get cracking.
I'm not whiskey. Wow.
Anything great happened to you guys? And I got a bunch of topics, but you guys got anything you want to talk about before I get started on my list of cool things?
Yeah, can we
What's your
talk
list
about,
of? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, can we talk about for a second, because I only found out about this last Friday. This giant tanker that somehow got wedged sideways in the Suez Canal.
What?
How the living hell did that happen?
It just got freed. It just started making its way through now. They just freed it like probably an hour ago or so.
What are more the details
earlier.
with that?
The wind.
Russian?
No, it was so tall and so heavy that I guess the winds kind of like caused it. It was, I don't know. They were explaining it, but it had to do with it because it was so tall and the winds were so hard that that's what caused it to actually get lodged. And the only reason why it got dislodged, it actually happened early, because the time difference is kind of weird. It happened very early this morning. I guess because of the full moon over there, the tide rose and they had dug out enough to where it actually helped it so that it was able to maneuver back into the water. So they had their saving grace was that the moon was full and the tide rose. So they got very lucky because of that.
I think the cause of it was the Madagascar penguins.
Is it Rico or private?
Yeah, both. That's what happened.
Just wave Just wave. What is it? What? Just wave, boys.
Wave and smile, boys.
Just wave and smile, boys. Oh man. And then I don't know if it was photoshopped or not, but wasn't one of their trucks also lodged on the freeway? Was that photoshopped or was that real?
I don't know, but I saw that. It was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Seriously?
people are like, they're just trolling us at this point.
I think whatever ship goes next, man, they have the best opportunity to make like the funniest crash ever. Just the other way.
Oh man.
And apparently it was a huge deal because I don't know, like there's billions of dollars or something that, God, I don't know.
Well, it's the Suez Canal. So instead of having to go around the tip of Africa, everybody goes through the Suez Canal in order to deliver products from all over the world. And if you wedge a giant container ship in the canal and nobody can get through, you got a lot of backup, like kind of like what's going on at the port of LA right now anyway. But yeah, this is all supply line stuff. And in the midst of this retard pandemic that we've got going on, that's going to really be an additional hamper to people getting their toilet paper.
Dude, you got to get a bidet, man. Gotta get a bidet. I'm telling you guys, man.
I have a hose.
Or a super
Right.
or a super soaker.
That's
Liz,
Liz,
come get me. Liz,
Super soaker.
the portable
No,
bidet.
4 times to get it to work. 4 times. 3 just wasn't enough power.
Or get one of those from the Dollar Tree, the straight streams.
Right.
I got a power washer adapter for the hose off of Amazon for $15, man. It was either that or a $200 bidet.
Lux bidet. Got it on Amazon. It was like $60. Clean your whistle.
Or you could just take a shower daily, Nate.
Yeah, but you're not gonna take a shower every time you shit. Hey, don't try to turn it on me. I'm the one with the clean asshole. Don't fucking try to turn it on me.
Let's see. Turn around. Let's check it out.
How about wet wipes? How about that?
You can't flush those.
Yeah,
What's
those are gonna have some trouble flushing. I have them in the house. I have a lot of children, so we have those. We have stock in wet wipes.
Use a removable shower head and just like put your ass into the shower and just and then just put it back.
There you go.
Give them space.
It's
Just
just a
use
little
the
dial on the side of the seat.
Just
See
use
right
the
here,
sink.
The dial's right here. You just turn the dial.
Just splash it in. Just splash it in.
You know, ever
what are
since
you
I saw
doing?
Demolition Man, I mastered using the coconuts. I mean the seashells.
The seashells, the 3 seashells.
Now we know who to go to when we have that problem. Jose knows.
Yeah, just you still have to have paper though, because you bleed a lot.
No.
Man, I'm telling you, get a
Important
bidet.
safety tip.
It won't even pucker anymore. It gets all smooth. It's golden.
Doesn't
All right,
even
well,
pucker anymore.
Let's clean this up a bit.
It was.
No
I
pun
don't know how we
intended.
went from a cargo ship.
It's because you said toilet paper.
Oh,
It's your fault.
Yeah, you're the one who opened the Pandora's toilet paper box.
It's always your fault. Take a drink.
All right. I'm going to start off with a surprise movie for all you guys.
Ong Bak.
Ong Bak.
That's my movie I was gonna pick.
Oh, okay, Isaac picked Ong Bak. I'm going to go with the sequel, Ong Bak 2. We can't watch it until we watch Ong Bak. Now, Isaac, what do you got? You got anything?
I'm gonna go with Fast Times at Ridgemount High.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I've seen that one.
Oh, never mind. I want to pick one that Jose hasn't seen.
Lego?
La Petitia Shoshiji. It's a French film. It's in subtitles.
Sorry,
it's
three paychecks. I don't-
it's 4.5 hours.
And you have to wear a beret.
And it comes with the beret. It literally just pops out of the TV and it's on your head. Oh, wee wee.
I'm just trying to get Nate back into smoking.
Not gonna happen, bro.
I like it. This is
It's
how many
French.
minutes snaps instead
It's
of
French. It has Vietnamese subtitles, but right below those, it has the English subtitles to the subtitles.
All right. Well, I'm tempted to go even worse on you guys.
You got a
I
1
was
in
gonna,
16
I was gonna
chance.
go nice. I was gonna go nice, but I'm really tempted. All right, let's go My Dog Tulip, because it's about a dog, and you know it's gonna be real happy.
I forgot that you got a BA in sarcasm.
My Dog Tulip. Is it going to be like fucking Old Yeller on steroids? 3/4 of the movie, you
like,
fall in
oh,
love
no,
with this
it's
dog
Old
that
Yeller.
saves the world, and then in the end, they just kill it by like having the other hero smash his head with his foot, and you just don't.
Is
have
that
your
how
kids
Old
watch
Yeller
it.
died? Is that how Old Yeller ends?
Put Old Yeller on
My-
there for Jose.
No, my mom would
Liz,
always turn it off.
Do you have a
before the
movie,
end.
Liz?
No, I do, but not that one. I'm on a Kevin Bacon kick. I need Footloose.
Okay.
Footloose.
Actually, I think I'm more on a Kenny Loggins kick because there's like 3 other movies I'd want to put on there.
Isaac.
I already chose.
You did?
Yeah, I
Fast
chose
enough.
Fast Times.
Oh, that's right. Oh shit. Maybe I have been smoking. Josh.
I'm gonna go with a true classic. I'm gonna go with True Lies.
Ah, yeah, another one.
Yeah,
Ah, to be good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
You see, they tell lies but are true.
Jose.
Amoros Perros.
Oh yeah, put that one. Amores Perros. Put that one.
How are we gonna watch that?
Hey, yeah, you've had to look for movies in before, buddy.
Find it
Lego, you ready to
yourself.
get a tattoo?
I have it on DVD, so that sounds like a you problem. Hey,
Wait, what
that
did you say? Amores Pedos? Was it the farts of love?
no perros.
Oh,
Dogs. Yeah. Hey, that's Alejandro Naretu, dude. That's the guy that helped Leo get his Oscar. So put some respect on his name.
put some respect.
Put some respect on that homie's name.
Gates Dubois, what's up, comic fam?
What up?
Cheers. Let's see.
Uh-oh. You scared Josh.
All right, what else? If we'll keep this open for another 2 minutes. Man, let's talk a little bit more about the one we just saw. I just cleaned up all my tissues. And they
What
weren't
movie
fat
are you
tissues.
talking about?
They were
Oh,
tear tissues.
Ew.
Nice shirt, Liz.
Thank you. It's a little big, so I decided it's going to be a night shirt. So I get to take Jose to bed with me.
And you too can take me to bed.
For what? For $15,
Link-
$20. You too
Link-
can take Jose to bed with
Link
you.
below. It's like I'm hugging all of you while you're sleeping. I've been told that my shirts create this very good sense of warmth and like a real man's just hugging you.
it made me want to
Good
vomit.
thing Josh isn't watching.
And remember, a vote for Jose is a vote for honest corruption.
Going to have more Holy Santos in the hallway.
That'd be cool or something. Why don't you
Pledge
bake her a
allegiance
cake
to
or
the flag
something? Oh,
and the
Bree
gets
picked
off water.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Ooh, that's a
That's a
good
good
one.
one.
That's over 10 years
Ooh.
old, right?
I don't know. Check.
Oh, that's definitely over 10 years old.
Gotta be.
Yeah, Jason Segel looks young in it, so I'm guessing it is.
Yeah, and
Double
don't
check it.
forget,
Plus, it's
You guys-
full first from him too, so it's a win-win all around.
if you pick your movie, tell us how many buckets you give it. We wanna
Yeah.
hear
Yeah,
what you guys
John,
think
how
about these
many
movies,
buckets
too.
do you give Train Spotting, John?
That bastard.
Right? How many buckets of
It's a movie.
shit?
Wait, who was that? John that picked that?
That was John
Yes.
who picked that movie.
Hey, John, thank you for the recommendation. I enjoyed it.
I
Street Fighter
did
2,
it.
the animated movie. That would be our first cartoon, wouldn't it?
Which one?
John
What?
dominated Street Fighter 2, the animated movie.
Oh,
There's a
shit.
Street Fighter 1? Animated?
No. Wait, is that Josh? Is the Street Fighter 2 one the one that's really? How do I put this delicately? I'm talking rapey. Isn't there a big scene in that one?
Oh, God.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No. Well, maybe I'm confusing.
John gives Train Spotting a 10, just like Lego. And Nate.
John
Thank you,
knows what
John.
he's talking about.
Yeah, that was a good recommendation. I enjoyed it.
All right, we're halfway through the wheel. We've got 8 spots done, 8 spots to go. We're going to set it aside for a little while as we take our little stroll down all the shit that happened this week. Marvel is going to be leaving Diamond and going to some other company.
Penguin Books.
You're going to Penguin.
Penguin Random House.
Penguin, who they're a little bit controversial. I know that they pulled Jordan Peterson's book from publication.
Who the hell's that?
Who is
Why?
it?
That seems like a fucking money machine that they're taking away.
Right?
It's really stupid, and
Aren't they trying to sell books?
like if that's Jordan Peterson's a fucking genius, man. He's brilliant. You're not going to win the war of ideas by hiding ideas from people. You're going to win the war of ideas by having better ideas than people, putting them all on the table, and then the ones that are the best are the ones that went out. The biggest crime in history, other than the assassination of Jesus, was the burning of the Library of Alexandria. Can't hide.
Huh? Well, you said Jordan Peterson, so that got Josh off the toilet real quick.
Well, that's
Yep.
crazy. I mean, I agree with most of what he has to say. There are a few things that I take issue with.
Like anybody.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's a human just like everyone else. And his story is pretty incredible. So I don't know. It seems surprising that they'd pull his book, but how do you guys think Marvel's going to be handled? I heard it's going to happen really quick, right? They're going to be
So
their first releases are going to be in May.
no. So the first that you can order for releases in May. They're the first week that they are actually going to be doing the distribution is for product coming out October 1st and on. But some stuff like graphic novels they solicit for them like more than 2 months out. Like a regular comic is 2 months out for initial solicitations. Some graphic novels go out 3, 4, sometimes 5 months, depending on what it is. So the first initial order solicitations is the May date that you were mentioning.
Okay, I see.
First product that they're going to be shipping out is in October. And they're only distributing to direct market. They're not distributing to like Walmarts and newsstand copies and bookstores and stuff like that, because bookstores have a return policy. You have to have a return policy in that. and they won't, they can't, because of the deal that they made with DC, they can't allow for, newsstand copies for returnability to come back. Only DC has that ability for a comic book company. It's part of the deal that DC made with Penguin Random House, is that no other comic book company, if the publisher came to them to do distribution, they can't get a better deal, or they can't be equal or better than what DC has in play. And DC has full returnability on theirs, and because of that, nobody else can have full returnability. So that's
if
why
you're at your shop and you got a whole bunch of, like, let's say $8 DC books, and you can't sell them all, you can return them.
So
you take off the cover and you send them in.
Yeah, you rip off the cover, you strip the cover, and you send the covers back as proof that you strip the covers. And that's only for the not the direct market is comic book retailers. So newsstand, so bookstores, Walmart, Target, all those guys, grocery stores, 7-Elevens, all those guys, they order and they can have full returnability for their DC titles. They strip them, they send the things back, they get credited.
Are there comics in 7-Eleven again then?
They're starting to do that now, because they're starting to reintroduce that back in, but because DC made that deal as part of their contract, when Marvel is doing it now, Marvel can't do that. So it's gonna cause like the newsstand copies to not get ordered as much. So DC is going to be more prominent than Marvel is if one of those stores decide to carry newsstand copies. So they can do it, but they won't be able to get the returnability that they get with everything else that Random House and Penguin publishes. So that's why I think Marvel is still sticking with Diamond, because Diamond is going to allow for returnability, whereas Random House won't. When you order it, that's it. You can't send it back. With Diamond, if you order it and you want to send stuff back and they allow for that, you can.
So you'd still be able to order from Diamond if you want also.
Yes, and my understanding is that the percentages are exactly the same. So if you order through Random House and you order through Diamond, the percentages are exactly the same discount that you're going to get. I think it's like 50% or 55% is what you get. The difference is that you get free shipping with Random House. You don't get the free shipping and freight with Diamond. Even when you can go pick up from their centralized hubs, and some states have that and some cities have that, you still are charged a nominal freight fee, but it's nothing than what you would spend if you had to have all of that shipment sent to your location, which some stores have to do that. It's just, the only caveat is that you get free shipping with Random House, but you can't return anything when you order it. With Diamond, you have to pay shipping, but you have the ability for returnability on some titles.
So you just order the things you want to return, or you take your gambles with Diamond?
Yeah, I mean, I guess my thing is that I want to see how they handle the shipping, because right now nobody really, unless you're out of the country, nobody knows how they're going to handle comic book shipping. They can handle book shipping because that's what they've been doing in distribution. And I've heard some horror stories just as bad with Random House as I have with Diamond about the, mess ups and damaged issues and things like that. It'll be interesting to see how they handle the shipping on, and how they handle damages and things like that. Because it's, with Diamond, you kind of know what you're going to get. It's the devil you know. Whereas with these guys, you're not sure exactly how they're going to handle it. Do they care? How easy is it going to be for ordering? How easy is it going to be? With anything with new. I mean, everybody said the same thing about Lunar, and when DC went to a different distributor, they said the same thing. Now I have to go to another place. I have to do this. How's this going to happen? And in my experience, Lunar worked very well. So, and they're going to be the sole distributor of DC now. The other distributor is pulling out after, I think, June. They're no longer going to be distributing DC now. DC is solely going to be done through Lunar.
Huh.
But it's it's interesting. You're going to hear a bunch of naysayers. You know, like I said, the same thing happened when DC split. What's interesting is that I've heard some big names attached to the purchasing of DC. So if that happens and the purchasers, because it's Kirkman and Jeppy, I think are the two that are looking to public or buy DC. If they do it, they're going to bring DC back to Diamond because they have a good relationship. Both of those guys have good relationships with Diamond. So it'll be interesting to see if it gets flipped and what happens after that. There's a lot of stuff going on with the distribution of things.
I'm curious what you think is going to happen with Diamond once they've lost completely both Marvel and DC. How is that going to affect them?
I don't think it's going to affect them. I mean, obviously they're going to take a hit. One, they're not losing Marvel per se. They're still retaining some of the Marvel, so that they're going to take a hit, but I think they'll be able to streamline stuff. My concern is the small press publishers because, you know, DC and Marvel held up the vast majority of the distribution for the small. So the small press guys could still get their stuff done at a nominal fee. With this going, I can see where some of the small press guys might go to self-publishing and self-distribution. You're going to find them selling their stuff, you know, like Aftershock and Black Mask, and not necessarily Boom or Dark Horse or IDW, because they're in that middle. They're not quite the big 3 or 2 or whatever you want to call it, but they're more than some of these other guys. And I have a feeling some of these other guys are going to end up having, they're just going to self-publish. They're going to sell it through their websites. They're going to find other avenues. They're going to sell at conventions. They're going to do their own direct market. And a lot of them have the infrastructure already to do that kind of thing because that's how they started. They started doing their own self-publishing stuff. And now they grew to the point where it was beyond them to do it. So they decided to go through Diamond because it was also convenient. And the catalog and stuff like that. But we'll see.
The independent comments are a great segue to our next topic of Prime. Just released the Invincible cartoon, at least the first 3 episodes. Were any of you guys able to catch that? Or was it only me and am I gonna have to just talk to myself?
Talk to yourself.
Is it just me?
Yeah.
I didn't watch
Yeah, I
it.
haven't had a chance. Yeah, I know.
I was too busy watching Train Spotting.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
Too busy shooting up.
Yeah, and Falcon and Winter Soldier.
We'll get there, but
Yeah.
dude, Invincible. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I never read the comic, but the show's really good. And from what I hear from people watching the show, they're saying that it is at least as good as the comic, if not better. I did hear from Lego today talking about the comic that said that there's some pretty interesting things that might or might not happen in this show. We'll see how they pull it off, but so far it's going really well. They've got an A-list
How
voice
long are
actors. Honestly, I didn't pay attention. They seemed like they were really short, but they could be long. I don't know. It was good. It was good. So you know how when things are good, they just kind of fly by. But I mean, the writing's good. The voice actors are amazing. The effects are awesome. Super violent. Super duper violent. So, you know, I wouldn't necessarily have Grayson on my lap when I watch that one. But you guys gotta check it out. Well, I mean, if he wants to see, like, yeah, I don't know, you know, crushed heads with eyeballs popping out and stuff like that.
Hell yeah. He watched Kill Bill and Reservoir Dogs, so it can't be any worse.
I don't know. All right, well, that was like the shortest topic of the day. Man, I wish you guys would have watched it. I thought we could have riffed on that one for a minute.
Yeah, it sucks because doing this and then heading into work and everyone's like, "Did you watch Invincible?" I'm like, "Oh no, I didn't watch it yet." What? I would have thought you watched it. I'm like, "Yeah," I'm like, "Me too." Just haven't had a chance.
Well,
But
we only got a couple days left before Godzilla and King Kong. Who's gonna win?
I'm going with the gorilla.
taking
I'm going
bets.
with Godzilla. He's nuclear, man.
I'm going with Mecha Godzilla. Mankind will finally reign supreme.
Dude, that would be sick. I would love to see a Mecha Godzilla like in this new style that they have. Like the CGI looks so dope. Everything looks so good. And I saw it's like a 3-hour runtime. So like we've got plenty of time. Good fighting in.
Yeah, 2 hours and 45 minutes of people talking, the whole crying and other bullshit, and 15 minutes of monster fighting.
Hey, but early reviews are in, and they're saying it's good. Wasn't the same for some of the other ones, so I'm hopeful.
I hope so. We're going to a watch party, right? You guys are all in?
Hell yeah.
Well, we're gonna get the Scots in there. I tried to get the Scots in there. It filled up on us. I tried.
That's it. I'm out of here. No.
We'll sneak you at the back door.
Yeah.
Right. There you go. It's all right. I'm supposed to have a date over at my brother's house to watch it.
There you go. Why go down the street when you can go down the hall?
Right.
All right. So let's see. Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Episode 2 happened.
It was so good. So
Yeah.
good. We were talking about remember when we talked about The Truth, the comic book that we learned about.
Yep.
The super soldier that we meet in that episode. Hosea talked about that a while back.
Yeah, Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah.
Now before The Truth came out though.
No.
Yeah, it
Was
was.
he?
That's his first appearance. Because Josh goes, I wonder if that's going to be Isaiah Bradley. And then sure enough, it was him. Because Josh never read The Truth.
Because his that book has skyrocketed like crazy on eBay after that episode.
Of course it has.
It was wild.
They gotta pay. They gotta sell those off and pay their eBay fees.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that we got to see Johnny Walker without his
John Walker.
without his mask on, so he doesn't look like what's his face from Up anymore. Carl from Up.
And isn't it crazy that Ego's son is John Walker? That's Kurt Russell's son.
Yeah.
Who's playing him.
They keep it all in the family at Marvel, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that Kurt Russell wouldn't want his children to be in show business, considering how long he had been in it.
You know, I as regards the episode, the only thing that I didn't like about it was that it looks like at this point that the plot is going to revolve around more super soldier stuff. And that's been like a cornerstone of a lot of the MCU material for Captain America and for the Hulk. It feels to me like Loki. You know, Loki's been the bad guy that reoccurs like every couple of movies, and it's just kind of tired. I was hoping to see some different avenue that wouldn't be back to government experiments to create ultimate weapons and this kind of thing. You know, maybe go a different direction, you know, dealing with terrorist cells or rogue atomic bombs or something like that. It just feels like they're beating that same dead horse one more time. Get a couple more whacks out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can only go to the well so many times before it dries up on you, right?
No.
Yeah,
But
I can see that.
Apart from that, I enjoyed the episode a lot. I was pleased that they brought in John Walker's sidekick, Battlestar. I had just gotten done naming him right before they said it in the show, and I'm like, see, I know this.
Like, I know comic stuff.
It was one of those rare opportunities for me to geek out. You know, I'm so jaded and angry at comic books these days, and so watching that episode, I was kind of like able to like enjoy it again. It was nice.
Josh reads comics. It's just very specific. Captain America. That's it.
And even then,
Captain America pre-Cap Wolf, and that's it.
Well, I will say, I
and
enjoyed,
Hydra. He loves Hydra.
Yeah, I will say I enjoyed Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan's performance in that scene where the psychologist has them face each other and they go, they have their little back and forth. I was like, oh my God, that was so good. I think, I don't know. I hope they get their respect after this. I feel like they're still underrated. And that scene alone, I was like, that's so good. That's great acting right there. Just that whole back and forth that they had. I enjoyed it a lot. That was probably my favorite scene of the episode.
I actually like the way that the episode began with John Walker coming out on that field with like the high school band playing the Star Spangled Man with a Plan song. I was cracking up. I thought it was fantastic. And then they kind of go over this like montage of him training. And that was one other
that was the other thing you did.
That was one little piece that I didn't like about it is in the comic book, John Walker was not able to throw the shield and have it returned to him. That was like one of the big distinctions between him and Steve Rogers. He'd hurl that shield out there and practically kill some poor fool, but then he'd have to run over and go pick it up. The shield didn't automatically come back. And in this one, they show him like training with it. And he throws it like real awkward, like the fight scene on top of the truck. Like he threw it and it just like hits him and like comes like right back. It was almost like a video game. I'm like, what's happening right there? It didn't look as organic as when Steve would throw it. So
I agree. The development that they had with, it was shortly after they were sitting face to face with the therapist, and Bucky says that the biggest thing he was upset about was that Cap was wrong about Falcon, and if he could be wrong about Falcon, then he was wrong, but he might be wrong about me too. And his biggest, that's how big of a umbrella that Cap had, was that, you know, the reason why Bucky even believes in himself is because Cap believed in him. So, you know, that really resonated with me.
Well, that's why the interview, remember, like Josh said, when they were talking on the field and having that interview, was like, what does it feel like to be Captain America? It's like, you can throw a suit on him, give him the shield, but that doesn't make him Cap.
Right.
And that's why Bucky and Falcon were so bothered by the interview, because it's like, yeah, you're giving us this little, you know, this image, but it's not really him.
Yeah, I'm with them. It's almost a metaphor for what they're doing with the retconning superheroes in comics origins and whatnot, changing them up. Like, that's not them. You can't make this guy freeze things and then all of a sudden he's the guy. Like, it doesn't work that way. But Iceman. I'm not gonna go deeper than that.
10 buckets.
Yep, but he does.
10 buckets.
10 buckets of ice.
All right, let's break this up. We got a little segment, key issues. You got any key issues this week, guys? Woo!
Yeah, man. Department of Truth. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Not pick of the week.
I'm really excited about Department of Truth's new issue, if you couldn't tell.
Key issues this week. Look at these amazing. These are pristine. Liz, these are probably 9/8s.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Wow.
I gotta make sure I don't miss any more of those live streams.
What?
The whole run of year one,
yep.
First printing, like not a ding. Yeah, they're like, I don't even think they've touched the air. Glorious.
I did rebag and board them, so yeah, they did at one point.
they have a fingerprint now.
Just in the upper right hand corner.
Then I've got this New Mutants 14, first appearance of Magic.
Ooh, Ah,
Nice. Yeah, good keys, right?
Yeah.
keys.
I've got, since it's gonna come soon, the Secret Invasion Marvel. Wow.
It's true. They're gonna bring it.
Great.
It's coming. It's coming.
This is what, Secret Invasion 17 or something like that?
Look, there's Bucky.
Were
Hopefully,
they making gay too?
Stop.
just for Steve.
Mm. He doesn't have just a metal arm, he's also got a metal wang.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Caveman. John Steiner asks, anyone need a set of Watchmen?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we have a set.
Boobs.
I have a set. 9 they're graded. Number 11 though came back as an 8.5 because it's that white cover, and those white covers always have like issues. But the rest of them, I think the next lowest grade for one of the issues is like a 9.4. The rest are 9.6s and 8s.
Dang.
So
Nice.
it's a full set of, I think issue 1 came back as a 9.6, but yeah, or was that the 9.4? I don't know, but it's a really nice set, with the exception of issue 11. Damn those white covers. And things not being bagged and boarded properly. They're rubbing on that. And I'm sure I'm sure if we paid to get it cleaned, if you crack it to clean it, it might come back as a 9 because you can't really get it up a full grade type thing. But for the most part, they're nice. It's a full set of them that we ended up getting.
If you get those pressed and cleaned, you can. I've seen them go up as high as like 4 grades.
Well, this one's already graded, so we'd have to like crack it. That issue 11 though, I'm sure it can get cleaned, but I don't know. Like some of I just don't think it's gonna get a full bump grade. It might get up to a 9, maybe a 9.2 if it's done right, but we'd have to crack it. And I don't like cracking them. It scares me. I only do it on
very
accident,
scary
not on
cracking
purpose.
them.
Huh?
It's very scary when you crack a book.
Yeah.
A lot can go wrong there. A lot can go wrong. You could go down a grade too.
I accidentally this weekend dropped 2 slabs and they cracked. And yeah, that's never happened before. I tripped and I just went whoop, and right onto the corner, hit right on the corner, and just took a crack at. Thankfully, the comics inside are fine. It just the chunk of the corner came out, so I have to send them back in to get reholdered. But
Like $30, I think.
God, really? Like I would have much rather have like fallen on the concrete and broken my arm than to like crack something.
Wow.
Comic. But I'm just like,
Oh man, healthcare in America is a lot more expensive than $30.
I guess, but it's just like, yeah, even now I just want to go off screen and cry a little. It's just and it's not like they were like super important like key issues. It's just the thought of them. You hear the crack and you're just like, oh. Then you see the pieces on the ground that oh God, this is not good.
Hey, I dropped a Hot Wheel and the little plastic cracked, and I was so mad, and I put it back on the peg because it was one that I wanted, but because it cracked, I didn't want it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's a Hot Wheel. That's $1.
And that's 99 cents.
Less than $1.
Anybody
Even
else got
after
any
taxes.
keys they want to show off?
I didn't have a chance to go digging.
I
No
do.
keys on Van Nuys? Oh yeah, let's see it, Mister.
Yeah. So since I hate comic books now, I thought I would share a different kind of key, a key board game.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
This game is called the Fury of Dracula. And I ran into this game at a World Horror Convention, I don't know what, like a decade and a half ago.
What's that?
One of the sellers there was not just selling books, but also selling a couple of horror games. And one of the there's a couple of keys that I look for when I go to buy board games because I buy quite a few. Number one is it has to have a good story or premise to it. If it's got something boring, it's usually no good. You can be off on one of these things, but to be off on more than one of these three things is a bad sign. Secondly, it has to have an excellent board. And I don't know if you can see that board, but it's like a map of Europe. It's got some of the pieces on there.
It's
but
very intricate. The map.
It's very detailed.
Very
it's
detailed.
accurate. And the other one is a line that I've always borrowed from the movie Snatch, when Boris the Blade is selling it back to Tommy. Weight is a sign of reliability. If the game is heavy, that's a good sign. So the Fury of Dracula is basically the sequel to the movie that we've all seen. If you've seen Bram Stoker's Dracula, this takes place after it. The Count has survived, and you get to play. The game is a competitive sort of thing where 4 players will play hunters. You get to play Mina, Van Helsing, Lord Godalming, which is Carrie Elwes's character, and then Dr. Seward, the drug user.
So you can't be Keanu?
No. Keanu can show up as like a helper.
He's a helper. He's
but
like an assist
He's
card.
an NPC?
So yeah, Keanu is
He
not
got
good.
relegated to his B status.
But the 5th player plays Dracula. And so it pits the 4 players against the 1. And the trick is that Dracula moves around Europe in secret.
I guess he plays Dracula 9 times out of 10.
And you have to track him down before he unleashes a vampire plague across Europe because he's got fury. So this game is an excellent game. I highly recommend it. If you enjoy board
It's a lot of
games,
fun.
The Fury of Dracula is definitely in my top 10.
And it's fun when Josh plays Dracula and then he fucks up because as you play, you have like a train of cards of like countries that Dracula moves and you have to guess where he's at. Josh, I love this story. Josh is looking at his cards and he's like, Prague. And it's like the whole table stopped and looked at, they're like, did he just outer monologue where he's going? Yeah, he did.
Hey, we gotta get together and all play this game and record it. I want to see this.
He's so he gets into the character when he plays. He gets into these characters when he plays them. But he's all
Does he say?
Exactly,
Does he
he did
talk
that
like
Does he
that?
speak like Dracula? I want to suck your blood.
Everything. And he's like wrong. And we're just like, you dumbass, what did you do? You stole this from
One roll of the dice. 2 rolls of the dice.
I'm going to get a 4.
Yeah.
4.
Oh man. The game is a lot
The
of
wig
fun.
on. Hell yeah. Throw the wig on.
It's too hot, dude. It's too hot.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's funny.
We
Good
totally
stuff.
should play it and like record it because there's gonna be some serious shit talking that happens. I guarantee.
That'll be fun. That
And
will
Josh,
be
is
fun.
that game out of print? Is there like, because I know that some card games, board games, they go out of print, right? Like they don't make them anymore after a while.
No, this game is still in print. I think it changed. It changed.
Publishers.
Well, not public. It's like I think they call them manufacturers, but it changed. It basically changed it. So it used to be done. Gosh, who did it before? Was
It's
it?
on the friggin' box.
No. This is the new one.
The Cryptozoic?
No,
WizKids
it's
does
done
it
by
now.
WizKids now, but it used to be done. I want to say by like Avalon Hill, but I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
100% on
No, it
that.
was the one with the diamond looking thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, starting with the
Josh,
say
this-
David
Other
said you got to bring that wig to work.
That's probably not going to go over well where I work, but sure.
Yeah.
hairnet or something.
Those games are fun. I remember we used to play a Lord of the Rings one in the garage at times when we had our recording hiatus. We would still meet up and play card games, board games.
Now, we were even
Those are
talking about
fun.
like playing like poker for key comics and whatnot before. So playing games haven't been out of the question.
It's Arkham Horror.
You know, I just
It's really
realized
good too. It's Lovecraftian. We have not won a single one of those
that's not
games.
true.
We've played like a dozen
One
times.
twice.
No, one was a technicality and that doesn't count.
I just realized how much this wig also makes me look like the lead singer for Sexual Chocolate.
Dude, I was just thinking you need like a wicked sick pink headband. You're ready to go, dude.
Hold on, let me see what I got.
Brother, this is too hot. It's too hot.
Such a baby.
Should I grab my wig too?
No, I don't have pink. Sorry. Don't worry, we'll get you a headband, honey.
Great.
Get you one of those nice sweatband ones. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Pick of the week. What's up, caveman?
What was our
Well-
pick? Oh wait, it's behind me.
Turn around.
It was Scumbag.
Oh my
This-
God, that book.
This scumbag right here. He would have loved to be in Train Spotting, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. He would have lightened the movie. He would have made light of every situation.
That's the book that I like love to hate to read.
It makes you feel like a scumbag when you read it and you enjoy it. It's almost like, should I be enjoying
Shower
this?
afterwards. It's like, "Ugh."
I feel like I'm an enabler by allowing this guy to continue doing this.
Right?
Is it like crossed in that way?
Cross?
Have you guys read Cross?
Yeah, no, it's not like that. No.
No, it's a different kind of.
Yeah, this guy's
Gravity.
the one of the Train Spotting friends that just never stops doing what he does,
Yeah.
and he does everything, and he's just a total piece of crap. But the thing about this guy is he's honest about how shitty of a person he is, and
Yeah.
he literally has outed himself as a secret agent who saved the world, and he's now famous, and he's got like a Patreon going, having people like pay him money to out more of his stuff, and it's just he's a scumbag, dude.
There
It's
is
fun.
He reminds me of the character, William H. Macy's character from Shameless, kind of, but like.
yes.
Yes, he's just
Yes.
like
Turned up
Frank.
to 11 because
Yes,
own it. He justifies it. He doesn't own it. This guy owns who he is in Scumbag,
Mhm.
whereas William H. Macy's character justifies how he is.
Yep, exactly.
that's 110%. He is Frank
Yes.
from Shameless, but more honest. And
Right.
runs with it.
Yeah, and it's beautifully drawn too, which is the crazy thing about it. Like it's a great balance of great writing and amazing artwork, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's such an amazing book, and it's funny that I recommend it because I'm like, yeah, it's so good. You have to read what this piece of shit's up to, man.
Rick Remender.
Rick
So,
Remender, man. Rick Remender is.
Segue Tokyo Ghost.
Oh, I was
live
gonna
action
say
movie.
Tokyo Ghost being. That's crazy too.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so good.
And it's
Yeah.
like you can't drop the ball because Sean Murphy pretty much gave you guys the outline for how it's supposed to look.
But
I
it
hope
looks
the
so
storyboard-
beautiful on page. I don't know how they're gonna make it look so beautiful in real life. You know,
I hope they get
There's
Sean
this-
Murphy to come in to do the storyboard for that because just like
they
Yeah.
have the
like how
storyboard
300
already.
was done, you could watch 300 and read 300 and almost. I mean, I know the art's different,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean, if they can get him to come in and do the storyboard and they do, oh god, sorry, honey, I won't need you anymore.
Him or
You're gonna get my O face.
depending on where they film, could be him or even someone like Jock.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, yeah,
No way.
because
You can't mess with Sean Murphy, man.
no, man, Sean Murphy, that especially with that book's next level. But you're right. I hope they do like at least consult him in one way, shape, or form. I think by this point we've gotten like we should already have a pretty good idea. Like consult the creators because they're obviously the ones that put their heart and soul into this thing. They're the ones that are going to help you. And not only that, I think it also. I mean, you tell me Sean Murphy's on this project. Oh, dude, I'm lining up first day to go see that movie.
Dude, I'm in.
But yeah, we'll see.
I'll
It is
rent the
Hollywood
theater.
after all. But
I'll
I am
rent
Are we
excited.
excited for any books coming out this week?
Yes, I was actually looking at the list.
Like Philadelphia Volume 2 comes out. That's on my list.
Yeah,
Of the
Department
year?
of Truth, like Lego said, right? Is
Yep.
that this week?
Also, Decorum returns.
That girl
Oh,
comes
yeah.
back.
We've
What
got a
else? What else?
crossover. Crossover number 5 is coming on.
Yes. Oh
That's
my
like
God.
5 picks of the week.
And we've
Dude.
got
Giga.
Strange Adventures number 9.
Yes.
6.
Oh,
Finally.
Number 3's coming out. I think was Giga a pick of the week?
Yeah, Giga
Yes.
number 1 was a pick of the week. Giga's coming up. 2 Moon. We wanted to. That was an honorable mention.
Oh yeah,
Sea of
that's the-
Sorrows.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say 2 Moons. That's the vampire in Civil War, right?
Yeah.
Where they're seeing the monsters. Damn, that was a cool cliffhanger.
Yeah, that
I'm
was.
interested to see where it goes.
that one. Yeah,
And then,
that one was gnarly.
Sea of Sorrows number 4 is coming out.
Oh
That's
God,
the one
that
with
book.
the mermaid. It's super dark. Some new books that is coming out. Better Ray Bill.
Who's writing
What's
that?
his name? What's his name? The guy who did the art for Wonder Woman. Daniel Warren Johnson.
Oh,
Wonder Woman?
damn.
I'm
Dang.
up with that.
Yeah.
And then also Cult of Dracula.
Mm.
Speaking
Hey,
of
that's gonna be Josh.
Dracula.
Josh, are you a Dracula fan or are you just a fan of the game?
No, I'm a Dracula fan.
Okay. Pick
I
him up
have,
a copy, Liz.
I have the In Search of Dracula book that was done by Radu Florescu back in the 70s that they based that In Search of episode with Leonard Nimoy on. My love for the vampire goes back a little ways.
Nice.
When I was a little kid, I dressed like a vampire.
That's true.
When I went to high school,
Oh, you're the dude with the cape that everybody skipped away from?
I showed up in my senior
How did they see me?
video with fangs. With fangs.
He was like, beep, 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 beep.
Please tell me you've watched What We Do in the Shadows.
No, we have not.
Oh, you need to watch that.
You need to watch it.
I heard there's a second or third. The new season's coming out.
Yeah, it was renewed. Yeah, I think is it the 3rd season or 4th season? I don't remember, but it's really good.
But
I
You
I
also
enjoyed
have
it a
to
lot.
watch the movie.
police procedural.
I
Vampires,
haven't watched the movie.
vampires have been on hard times for a while, guys. Hard times.
Well, were you big with the Twilight Saga too?
He wasn't.
What do you think? Watching those movies was penance.
He did
takes
it
the
to
same
s-
approach that Goon takes when it comes to that. Sparkly fucking vampires? You gotta be kidding me. That's it. Yeah. Josh and Eric Powell on the Goon. There you go, honey.
He only watched
My
them to
guilty
support
pleasure
the
was
genre.
Vampire Diaries on WB or CW or whatever.
Oh, Vampire
Oh,
Diaries
God.
was so good.
No,
In a dope rev, dude. Come on.
if you want excellent vampire TV show, you need to go back to the 90s when they had, what was the name of that thing that they did?
Forever Night.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about the thing that they did on Saturday nights. What was that called?
Oh, I don't remember.
True
They-
Blood.
Midnight True Blood. No, that's still me.
No. So it was a show called Forever Night, and it was
I
about
remember.
a vampire cop in Toronto, Canada.
I remember.
It's
What?
excellent. Yeah.
That's how Josh got me to come into his bedroom at night and to watch when we were first dating. You got to watch this show. It's called Forever Night. It's about vampires. I'm like, all right. It's on at like midnight.
Was he wearing the wig?
Or something, but
He was wearing the wig
That's
and
a
the
TV
cape.
show called Forever Night.
He had the
He was like
fangs on.
this.
Right.
he had the cape on and only the cape.
And
He was
It's
wrapped
like
up
you were
in it.
there, Jose. He's peeking through the window.
Oh man.
So Liz, are you team Edward or team Jacob? Bree wants to know.
I'm team Jacob. That's just because I like were creatures better than I like vampires.
when those movies came out, I was on Team Abraham as an Abraham Lincoln vampire hunter. Much better flick.
Put that on the wheel.
Yeah.
Is it old
Put it
enough?
on there.
Lincoln vampire hunter.
Put that on the wheel.
That was a manga, right?
No, it's a
No,
Is it a
it's
novel? Okay.
oh, maybe
it's
they
a
made a
novel.
manga or something.
they made
but
a manga of it.
They
They
did
did make
do
a
it, but
manga
it was
of
a
it,
novel.
but
first.
it was a novel first.
That was a good pick, honey. Good job.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Nate put it on there, but it's for next week, I guess.
When we get there, I'll start. Just keep it in mind. I don't want to go back to it more than once.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so far away. I'll mute myself.
Hey, how come there's only 4 of us on the screen now?
They
So-
kicked Jose.
We have our Josh special. There was a new preview out for Black Adam.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
I hate
that
you
movie.
guys. You always do that, like right when he's about to go to bed, and then he's getting ready for bed. And he reads it. He's
No,
like,
no.
"The fuck's going on with this?"
I've had plenty of this. I'm good.
For a half an hour, I gotta listen to this shit.
Listen,
No, I didn't even bother watching it. You guys weren't the only ones that referred me to it. A lot of friends that I have, they know that I'm a fan of Black Adam. And they're sending me stuff, and I'm not even interacting with it.
listen, Josh, we're gonna be doing a private viewing of that. We have your seat reserved, dead center, best sound all around, best
Yeah,
picture.
Pri-
You're gonna
And not only
Right.
that, but we're gonna have The Rock there to
Yeah, he's gonna be
introduce
like,
the film for you.
a private viewing is appropriate. I hope it's an open casket so I can see the Rock where he's laying.
Oh, damn, honey. What the hell? Shit,
You'll
this
be-
got dark.
you'll be seeing what he's cooking. He's gonna
With
have
the
his arm
formaldehyde.
around you.
He's gonna
So-
give you the elbow.
So I was telling you guys last time when we talked about trailers that I hate watching trailers, but I caught myself watching that Suicide Squad trailer.
Do it.
Holy
did it.
crap. Holy crap.
Doesn't it
It
look
looks like
good?
it's gonna be
Oh
fun.
man,
It looks like it's gonna be a fun ride.
like Guardians of the Galaxy on crack.
Yeah, like Guardians of the Galaxy on crack with the shark, with that cracked out weasel, and the big reveal at the end of that kaiju. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm
Sylvester
excited.
Stallone as the shark.
I just love the fact that they have Peter Capaldi up front, in person, right there. Yes.
I'm
Finally.
gonna go ahead and make a
Let's get this
bold prediction that the best part of the movie is once again going to be Margot Robbie in tight shorts.
No, she's
No
in
one's
pants
arguing
this
with you
time.
there, brother.
Pants and a
You,
skirt.
you could put that one on the board. I saw that and my only reaction was meh.
Did you see the prices have jumped though this last week for Justice League #1 for his first appearance? Because everybody's like,
Yep.
"Oh crap, I gotta get that!" And like the
Yep.
price is like quadrupled in like an hour after that.
It's
trailer
funny
hit.
because after I saw the trailer, I was like, let's look at what it's trending at. And I was like, damn.
Yeah, dude.
Damn. That's
It's
a lot of money.
crazy.
Wait, which Justice League? New 52? I got that.
No, we're talking about Justice
Yeah, I was
League
saying that's the
#1. #1.
The #1. Justice
The
League
number
America
one.
#1.
Oh,
Starros, first
With
appearance.
stars on the cover.
So you guys
Somebody
see
put,
that
like, a
they're
Out there, they're like every speculator going out to go get the first appearance of Starro before it goes like skyrocketing. And then it shows like the guy's all like, yeah. And then it shows the one underneath. But then when he realizes that it's also the first appearance of the Justice League, and he's like, all depressed. I was like, yeah, dumbasses.
That's rough. Let's see. Thanksgiving Comic-Con. You guys see that one?
I
They're
did.
flirting with opening up a mini version of Comic-Con Thanksgiving weekend after like the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
It's
after
called
Thanksgiving.
it's called Comic-Con Special Edition.
Mhm.
Comic-Con Special Edition. Any
CCSE.
Any thoughts on that, Mr. Kid Cuppy?
Yeah. Depending on how mad my family gets me for the rest of the year, I may try and make an attempt to go. But I mean, they haven't released much information other than the dates, so there's still no word on capacity, still no word on how to acquire the tickets, still no word
That's the
on.
big key, right? I mean, if people have been deprived of some kind of a Comic-Con like experience for 2 years, and they want to open this up with like 1/8 capacity, I'm pretty sure people are going to be getting shanked outside for their tickets.
Dude, they're saying the rumor is it's less than 10,000.
I'm going to make a bold prediction. That is that none of us are going to go, and neither is anyone else because they're not going to do it. If they're not going to have the Olympics, they're not going to have a friggin' Comic-Con. It's not happening.
Don't kill my hope, Josh.
I'm not killing hope. I'm keeping it real, son.
Welcome to my
He's
world.
being a realist, Jose.
Well, I don't like it.
I think they'll probably only do like VIPs. Like you'll get the celebrities in there.
Oh,
Like,
cool. So we're
your Gal Gadots, your Comic Cave, your Collection Connection fam.
Shit, we're out because we're late to the party.
We'll
it's
bring you
okay.
some badges
I think
out.
we're allowed a guest pass, so we'll bring you guys in.
But
We'll have Jose and Lego Simple Jack you guys in.
Nice.
Say what you
I
will,
wonder
but
if
it's
my
worked.
WonderCon badge will work again.
Well, that's not the only convention. There's some conventions across the U.S. that have been opening. Certain states that have opened up are starting to have them. I know there was like 2 or 3 that happened in, just because that's where we're moving in Tennessee, because some of our
All
friends.
the free states?
Huh?
All the free states?
Yeah, all the free states, right?
Even the
How
free
were they
states.
handled though?
What's that?
How were they handled though? Like, what was the capacity like? How many vendors actually attended? Because I mean, it's one thing for the fans to attend, but like realistically, like, did any, how many vendors were there any artists?
I'm
This
sure
was more
Steranko would
like
go.
this was more like a traditional like Comic Con. It was more. It didn't have the media blitz and the actors and stuff like that in it. It was more
Good.
like vendors, toy vendors, comic vendors, artist alley, things like that. And it was
Frankenstein.
about half the size. It's about half the size of WonderCon, but it didn't have the, like I said, the glitz and the glamour that you normally would have at like something like WonderCon or San Diego. But there are conventions that are still out there and still functioning, and there have been during the whole like year. They've just been very small. They're back in the old school, like, basement of the, Motel 6 type situation.
Any
where you got the old guy sitting on his milk crate, smoking a stogie, trying to sell his comics to you.
but other than Steranko, which I'm sure he's probably attending, what other big names or what other recognizable, artists or writers are actually showing up to them?
Oh, I'll have that information for you next week.
I'm just curious.
They have the program, but like I said, I think it was the way they described it to me was more of what I remember as a kid going. Like I said, they were in like the small ballrooms of hotels and things like that. And that seemed to be what most of these ones were. They weren't these big, ginormous ones that, like East, Emerald City and, WonderCon.
I wouldn't mind.
All of the Wizard World stuff, things like that. This was more like small town, like homegrown kind of conventions.
I wouldn't mind one of those. I'd rather support, the small business, the small comic shops, as opposed to just like, buying stuff from DC or Graffiti Designs and all that stuff. I'd rather buy them from like, mom and pop comics or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, there's a new show on Netflix called The Irregulars. Have any of you guys get a chance to look at that? It's in the
Sounds
top
like
10 on Netflix right now.
Sounds like a Pepto-Bismol sponsored show.
My Lanta.
It's I thought somebody had mentioned to me that it came from a comic book, but I didn't dig into it too much.
Your regulars. No, I gotta check it out.
Oh, that's what we were watching when we were over there, huh?
What?
Yeah.
The Irregulars.
Oh.
It looked pretty cool. It looked like it's up my alley.
It says it's located in the UK, based on the works of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
got Sherlock Holmes in it, but it's not about Sherlock Holmes.
It's his group of his network of like homeless and like he had like a network of people that would be out there on the streets, the fishmonger and the baker and stuff like that would feed him information when weird stuff would happen, and he called them the Irregulars.
Interesting.
I'm an Arthur Conan Doyle goof. Like he is with Dracula. I'm with Arthur Conan Doyle and Sherlock Holmes.
There was the point I wanted to bring up with bringing this show up is that there's a lot of this is for Jose, a lot of inclusion in there. There's the Irregulars being set during
what does that mean?
In London. Well, you like to talk about inclusion a lot.
I do.
You can make an inclusion. You can make
Man, he doesn't want to include
greatest
anybody.
hit of you talking about, or no, representation. I can make a clip reel of you saying the word representation. More, it probably happens more than you consciously realize, because I'm hearing it and thinking it. Anyway, Victorian England, and the character is there in.
You gotta
London.
represent your hood. That's why.
Victorian England, and it's a team of young kids, and there's like an Asian girl, a black guy, there's like a Muslim one, and to my recollection, there wasn't a lot of representation going on in England during the Victorian times, and I really think that do it. You could do that. Just you're messing with any kind of relevance that it's going to have to be taken almost semi-contextually with a fictitious world where you can imagine it. Like Sherlock Holmes wasn't real, right? We can all agree that it was a fictitious work, but
Damn dirty
he
liar.
wasn't real.
You
It
damn
wasn't
dirty
real.
liar.
no,
I thought
it
it
wasn't
Sherlock
was-
real.
Holmes is more real than you or I.
I like
He's
this
the
way.
realist.
No, but even though it's fictitious, it happens during a time period, and it's set in the right way to where you can still imagine it happening. But I think that doing something like this for the sake of representation, but throwing, I don't know, it's like having a bunch of Chinese people running around the set of Shaka Zulu just because you want to have an Asian representative. There weren't Chinese people in Africa during that time. So you're just making things be bullshit for the sake of inclusion. And I'm not sure where it's going. Maybe that's just me though. But nobody's watching it but me, so it doesn't seem to matter.
Well, if it's based off of the Sherlock Holmes Irregulars, then they were all outcasts anyway. So it doesn't necessarily. There were those people in Victorian England at the time. They weren't the hoity-toity. They were the street rats. They were the look down upon the disenfranchised and all that stuff. And that's what Conan Doyle pulled, or Sherlock Holmes pulled from, because they had their ears on the street type thing. So it's not a huge stretch that some of these, but given the time, given the day and age with which we live in, that stuff is probably included. But if you read,
if you lived in that
stuff,
Victorian area, then
but
yeah.
he also talked about the Mormons. He wrote about the Mormons, and he wrote about, other races and religions in a lot of the places that he went to. He mentions them.
Yeah,
but
for
they're
sure.
more-
If you,
they're
he
still
would have
more
come across the Chinese
disenfranchised.
protagonist if he went to China or the Chinatown.
Well,
But
no, there were
people
Chinese
were just roaming
people.
around freely in
There
all
was
kinds
no
of other
Chinese
lands
people in
during that time.
Victorian times.
What's that?
There was no Chinese people in Victorian times.
It was like
Not too
gravity
many in
wasn't
London,
existent
Lego.
until the apple fell on Newton. Come on, everybody knows that.
And there's like a black dude who holds like a high position. It just
Yeah, that's a little bit of a stretch.
check it out. Check it out. It screams of virtue signals. I don't know. Maybe it's
But now
just
you
me.
see,
Just
now
to-
you see why I don't pay attention to the top 10 on Netflix.
It wasn't that it was top 10. It was that it was like
You
magic
said it was top
and-
10.
That's
Yeah,
not what
you
brought
did.
it to my attention.
You
Oh,
were
Lots
like,
of
I
things
was
in the top
searching
10
the
that I don't
top 10
watch.
things that everybody's watching, and I wanted to be a part of it.
word for word.
It was on there for 2 weeks, and I
That's
didn't
what
watch
you
it until it at least
said.
broke the top 5.
Let's roll it back.
Right,
I
so-
guarantee you he said that.
He said, I want to be one of the cool kids in the Netflix now, and I'm going to watch everything in the top 10, starting from 1.
And the Queen's Gambit is like the OMG, the greatest show ever made. And yeah,
Queen's Gambit.
I-
lit. That shit is good.
I haven't watched it. I heard it's good. Is it good? Would
It's
you recommend
fucking
it?
Good, man. It's
Okay,
good.
cool.
I saw the previews for it, and the girl's eyeballs were freakishly separated. And I just couldn't go.
That
couldn't
is
go on beyond
racist, sir.
that. What's that?
racist.
It looked like if ET
And,
had a daughter with a human.
and we're canceled.
Oh, cancel me.
On the next episode of Talking Shh, we're talking about how Talking Shh got canceled.
Why can't I find the collection connection on YouTube?
Nate,
Sorry.
I
And
don't,
Shapiro will cut us a deal.
Yeah, Josh, where you at? Josh, you're supposed to be backing me up, fucker.
no,
Hey out here, Josh. Don't you look at the top 10?
I was about to back you up. I was about to back you up because I think the basic premise that you are looking at everything that's made in our modern times with a skeptical eye is probably wise.
See? Wisdom.
Well, I didn't say you were dumb. See, you can wind that one back. I never said that. I never said, Nate, you're so dumb.
Although my brother
I
did
just
say
said-
in the chat, you're the only dude that we know that actually watches that show. All of the other kids do.
Well, to be fair, I'm the only one who watched Invincible too.
Oh, sick burn! It's on YouTube.
Ooh.
No. I'm dated. I don't. Comic books are for kids, lady.
Well, it must be nice to have Amazon.
Oh, fun times. Okay.
It is fun times.
Let's
Let's
get to
see.
the wheel.
Regular.
Wait.
Yeah, I've pretty much gone through all my topics. Let's see. We did Marvel to Diamond, Invincible cartoon, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, The Irregulars, talking shit about Nate, Thanksgiving Comic Con,
At least it made it
King
to the
Kong
top
versus
10.
Godzilla, key issues,
Top 10. You were top 10.
pick of the week. Ooh, London Knives. I
Oh,
did write this
yeah.
one at the end. London Knives.
Nice.
Let's go back to those London knives.
Josh,
What's
I hand
going
you
on
the
in
side.
London?
I hand you the soapbox.
Well, I mean, what can be said except that London is being run by crazy radical leftists, and not only have the English been stupid enough to give up any guns that they own to their oppressive government, but now, because people don't need guns to kill people, they've been stabbing each other to death in the streets of London. Recently,
Like men.
Recently, London decided to put a ban on knives, and that includes the knives that you use at home to cut your steak with. And they have drop boxes placed around the city so that you can self-surrender your cutlery. It's a very bold move and very progressive on their part, and goes to show you how far that culture has fallen off the damn wagon.
How are you going to eat your food?
They're going to probably invent some kind of a sport triplicate with a serrated edge on the side.
Yeah, but then
Oh,
they're gonna
nice.
have to surrender that
Teeth?
egg.
Don't you
I mean,
have
haven't they
teeth?
seen Coming to America or not Coming to America? American Me. Sporks
No.
are deadly.
Dude,
So
I
what
saw
you're saying is
2001
there-
Space Odyssey, and those monkeys murdered each other with those bones. Like, people are going to figure out ways to kill people.
That's
They're
right.
going to outlaw bones.
No more bones.
What's that? What was that? What was that? Where did that quote come from? Where they said, "Guns don't kill people, I do."
That
don't
sounds
remember
like
the movie.
Dale Gribble.
Yeah. The problem has never been firearms or knives. The problem is you have evil people, and when you have a justice system that doesn't punish evil, then you just have these lunatics making decisions on how to curb crime by taking away tools.
That's
let's-
I agree with you there, because that's kind of the way I feel about the whole no snitching thing that a lot of these people on the street seem to abide by. It's like you have this whole no snitching policy, yet when something happens to your family, you want everyone to tell you who the heck did it so you can take justice in your own hand. It's like it's just an endless cycle. It's stupid. Rat out the people who commit the crime, let them be punished. Then your neighborhood feels safer. People actually want to live there. Construction stuff goes up, call it gentrification, whatever you want. But at the end of the day, people have to be punished for their crimes.
Right, but what happens when the state decides that things are crimes that they're not actually crimes? Like, say, owning a steak knife.
Okay,
Dun,
sit
dun,
back. Just because you're gonna get
dun.
closer doesn't mean they're gonna answer it quicker, you dumbass.
Well, I'm sure they're gonna have like pre-cut steaks or pre-chewed steaks at one point, and
You got to get a special.
Someone's gonna
license
come
to
near-
operate a knife.
Yeah, someone's gonna come to your house and birdie your food into your mouth.
no, they're gonna do like salt-based status and cut the meat for you and feed it into your mouth. Hey, what you don't understand, Josh, what you don't understand is that some of those people pay hundreds of dollars to have a dude cut the meat and then feed it to you off the tip of a knife, and we're gonna get it for almost free. Come on, dude. I see it as a bargain.
Mm. You can have it. You can have mine.
I don't want your meat, Josh.
That's not what I heard.
That's tough, man. I never want to give up these guns.
Ugh. No
All
one's
right,
going
Isaac,
for
have you been
those
keeping
fucking
your eyes
little
peeled on
things.
the movies?
No one's going for those millimeters.
Small caliber. Still does the job, though.
Oh man. Well, since we brought up the justice system, what do you guys think about throwing V for Vendetta on that list?
Yes,
Ooh, throw it.
best romantic movie ever, and I'm gonna say it every time somebody brings it up.
Great rom-com.
It is.
All right, what else do we got? I saw a couple more.
Oh, A Knight's Tale somebody mentioned.
Read Knight's Tale.
That's Heath Ledger, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And it has Vision in it.
Yeah. Paul Bettany.
Really?
Yeah,
And
he
it
plays
has rock and roll
concert.
music.
And I think isn't what's his name?
Oh, Alan Tudyk.
Yeah,
is in
Alan
it.
Tudyk is in it too.
Is A Knight's Tale like is that based off the Canterbury Tales? Is it like
Yes.
those retell? Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I like
Exactly
The
what
Knight's
it
Tale.
is. And Paul
That's
Bettany plays Geoffrey Chaucer.
Israel
Really?
put up 2 movies. I'm gonna choose one of his. We'll say Sangre por Sangre.
No, put Y Tu Mamá También.
Oh hell yeah!
That's a good one too. That's Diego Luna. Yeah, and Gael Garcia Marquez. What's his name? Gael Garcia Marquez.
Something. Hey, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I forget his name. It's a shame. He is the guy from Coco.
Skeleton.
He's Coco.
No, he's
Coco
The-
Beware, the wrestler.
he ends up being the grandpa of the kid Miguel.
I remember every time he would come to the ring, he would be like this.
Who?
Coco Beware. All right. What
Is
else?
the
Was
wheel
there some
filled
back
up?
in the
All right, let's get it going. Come on
Is it
now.
full?
yeah.
Is it full yet? No.
Somebody mentioned Fight Club.
Is
Yeah,
Israel.
let's do Fight Club.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do Fight Club.
Fight Club. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 to go.
I oughta.
Hmm. Hmm.
Harry
Oh,
and the Hendersons.
Oh, Bree says new guy also. That's a good one. That's nice and comedic.
All right, let's do old school.
Oh,
New guy and old school. I like it. We're going streaking.
Well, since
more.
we were talking about it earlier, can we put Bram Stoker's Dracula in there?
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good one.
VSD. One more.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Really?
Yeah. Look who's nominating it. Hello.
You're hosting if
Lithgow.
it gets picked.
It's got John
If
Lithgow.
it gets picked, Josh gets to get a tattoo of Harry.
What?
on
No.
his,
Harry and the Hendersons, let's go.
Yes.
All right, Harry H.
Harry H.
Harry
Hey,
H.
Right,
take
so-
off Harry and the Henderson and put on milk.
Oh,
Yeah.
can we not?
So if it lands on Harry and the Hendersons, Josh gets a tattoo, right?
Right.
No.
We're gonna
A
put it on the
Harry's
back of your
end
head.
stick.
I don't want to watch Milk.
You're gonna drink it and you're gonna like it.
No.
John,
Just
put
make
it
sure it
on
doesn't
the
land on it
It's
then.
It's good for your
Josh.
bones, Nate.
John,
Good for your
put Milk- my
bones.
brother nominated Milk just to piss Josh off. That was this is the same guy that made us watch Train Spotting. Are you gonna listen to him? Take Milk off there if you put it on there.
I
Well,
did
just
it,
make sure
made
it
it.
doesn't land on it, Josh.
We'll see what
Nate.
happens. All right, are we ready?
Yeah,
Yes.
go for it.
Wheel of morality. Turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. New guy.
New guy.
That's
Hey,
a.
know that movie? I don't know that movie. All right.
It's a different change of pace from Train Spotting.
And who's the lucky son bitch that gets to review it?
DJ
You.
Balls.
What? No.
You.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
Because you weren't ready today.
Kyle.
It doesn't matter to me. I'll do it. I'll do it every time. I don't even care. I wasn't even ready to do the last one, but I just put it up on the computer and read it as I go. I'll do the new guy.
Yeah, you do it then. I like that.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Have the old guy do the new guy. All right, what else? We got any more shit to talk about?
Oh shit.
There's always stuff to talk about.
Train spotting.
God,
Dead baby on the ceiling.
Just like
With the
that.
Exorcist
Spotting.
So rough.
Learn how Obi-Wan came
I'm
to
dying.
the Jedi Academy.
that one.
So that's how he opened his third eye.
He took the money and went to a galaxy far, far away. Paid for his training.
And he learned the ways of the Force.
That's right.
Everybody is talking about how Train Spotting 2 is horrible. But
That's
it
what I
does have me curious as what it could be about.
He relapses.
And all his homies catch up with him.
Yeah, and they get another green baby.
Oh, fuck.
So I have a question, and I don't know how did you guys interpret it, but the guy that sells him the stuff, remember when he goes back and then he almost ODs? Did he purposely have him OD, or was it just accidental?
It was probably accidental.
A lot of times when people have another person fix them up, hook up their rig or however you want to call it, that's when they OD. When people do their own stuff, they have an idea of what they can do and tolerate. And like if they want to put a little bit more and a little bit more, they know how much they did last time. It's when strangers do your rig for you that'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, but wasn't the guy that he went to the one that they normally go and shoot up at? So like that guy was their dealer.
But they don't watch how much you're gonna get, like a certain amount, and you cook it yourself, you fix it yourself. And the amount you get when you buy it from somebody, it isn't just one thing. So let's say you get a little tinfoil thing, and it can have 3 uses for somebody who's strong and 10 uses for somebody who doesn't party. So it all depends on how you are. And it's when other people do it for you is what messes you up. Or like if you're used to like a certain quality of it, and then you go somewhere else, like Bradley Knoll, for instance, he's from Southern California, and the heroin he was getting came from Mexico. So it was like, they called it like just like shitty tar. But when he went up to NoCal and he got that, he had been clean for a while, and he got some stuff that was really strong, and he hadn't done it for months. He was clean for months, and he was on the up and up till he decided to party one last time and killed himself because in his mind he thought he could shoot up a certain amount. He couldn't handle it anymore.
I thought he found it inside of one of the guy's bags, and he shot up in the room while they were all out surfing. And when they came back is when they found him, because it wasn't even his own stuff. He found it in one of the guys' stuff, and he used it. And one of the guys keeps blaming themselves because it was theirs.
Yeah, that's what I.
That's what the documentary said. And
the thing about the documentaries is that they don't want to throw certain people under the bus.
Yeah, but Bud said that it was his stuff, and he regrets that he even had it on him.
Bud was in the room with him.
Oh.
Bud was passed out from shooting up too. But he never admitted it on any documentary, and I just kind of fucking threw it out there live on YouTube now. But Bud was with him.
Well, back to the movie, I interpret it differently because I don't know. Maybe I missed something, but the way I interpret it is he did it on purpose to help him finally get clean, because he kept mentioning he wanted to get clean. He wanted to get clean. And because he even gives him his money back. He drags him out to the street. He calls the cab for him, tells the cab to take him to the hospital, and then he gives him his money back
No, that's
It's
the cab fare.
Yeah, that was the cab.
That was the
fare.
cab
Oh,
fare.
That's
was
the
it the cab-
protocol.
Okay.
That's the protocol for people who OD. You're not going to let
Okay,
them die in
so-
your building and then they come and raid you. So he doesn't want the guy to get help, but he doesn't want to get rolled at the same time.
That's okay. Then yeah, okay, maybe. Yeah, I was interpreting it like, oh, that dude was finally like, you know what, this will
But
help me
maybe-
get clean, because it almost killed him. And then it was after that his parents finally jumped in and said, you know what, we're gonna keep you in the room for God knows how long. And that was a rough scene too, man. That thing, the whole like spazzing out and the nightmares and the visions he was having, that was also tough to watch.
Yeah, rough times, right?
Yeah, drugs are bad. Okay.
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 Very
Just-
bad.
Just don't do it, guys. All right,
Okay.
don't have sex, because you will get pregnant and die. Don't have sex, missionary. Don't have sex standing up. Just don't do it. All right, everybody, take some condoms. Oh, why didn't we put? Hey, we gotta put Mean Girls on there.
That'd be a good one. Wednesdays we wear pink. Have you guys all seen the new guy?
No,
Oh.
No.
I know of it, but I haven't seen it. It has Eliza Dushku in it or whatever her name is.
Yeah, DJ Qualls. It's good. I like it. Eddie Griffin.
Is this going to be like another John Cusack movie?
It's good.
Hey, I like.
You mean
them
in the
Hustle and
sense that it's
Flow.
good? Yeah.
You and I
I
clearly
like-
have definitions of good.
Yeah, I know. I like
Hey,
things
I-
that don't have fucking coconuts.
Hey, I like that DJ in Hustle and Flow, so I'm excited.
DJ Qualls, yeah. He was good in that Z Nation. You guys ever watch the Zombie Show on Sci-Fi Channel?
He was good in Road Trip.
Oh, yeah, it was
Road Trip was cool.
No, it's good. It's in the same vein of like old school or just that type of
Okay.
movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Slapsticky kind of Euro trip. Like along that same vein. It was good.
Cool. So watch New Guy with us next week.
Yeah.
For shizzle. All right. Anybody else? We got any other? Let's see. You can never predict a hot shot.
That's when you were talking about if he OD'd or not.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Beckby comes for revenge and train spotting too. Yeah, he has a 20. He has the virus from the fucking zombie movie. They have like a
28
crossover.
28 days later.
Yeah. 28 train spotting days later.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but 28 weeks later is pretty dope. It's got one of the best opening scenes, I think.
I never saw the sequel. I only saw
It's,
it.
Pretty good.
it's pretty gnarly.
You guys watch the remake of Dawn of the Dead when they're in the mall?
Yes. That
That's
also has
pretty
a
good, too.
horrible baby scene in it. Ah!
Wasn't
You didn't like it?
who directed that? Wasn't that Zack
That was
Snyder?
Zack Snyder. That was Zack Snyder's first movie.
Yeah, that was Zack Snyder.
It was good, but I could do without that's another movie I can do without the baby scene.
Oh yeah, that was gnarly.
It wasn't
this
as,
not part of the movie. No.
That one wasn't. It didn't hit me like this one did.
No, it's a different kind of ick.
Yeah.
It's just a different kind of ick.
It's rough, man. The babies thing.
So how do you feel about Children of the Corn? Just kidding.
I like that movie.
Outlander.
I saw some pictures
Outlander.
of Josh. He loved the movie so much he got the haircut.
We
Sorry,
have your
Josh.
wife, Outlander.
My parents tried to give me a bowl cut, but my hair's too curly. Couldn't pull it
Mine
off.
too.
So is Josh. When he lets his hair grow out, he looks like the Dutch boy paint like can guy. It's got the little curls on the end.
Wow.
I might have to find a picture of that.
It'll be the
Is
thumbnail
any-
for the next video.
Yeah, is there a picture with him holding a big lollipop?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, it looks just like the Wheel of Misfortune.
Just all angry with the lollipop. Just
No, but we can make one.
let's do it.
Oh,
You know, these live streams are getting more views than any of the shows that we do now. It's
Really?
insane.
Well, welcome everyone.
Bienvenido.
Ni hao.
Oh, who's talking about representation now, Nate?
Sawadee Cup.
Willkommen, meine Damen und Herren.
There you go.
Ah,
Since nobody did English, hi. All right.
All right.
I'm out.
Are we out of shit to talk?
Are we calling it?
Is the toilet been drained?
Oh,
All right,
man.
100 minutes. We got 100 minutes this week. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. New guy next week. And make sure you watch along with us. Tell us how many buckets you give the movie. Let us know in the comments whether or not you think the movie holds relevance. And if you don't agree with what we think about the movie, then let us know. Who picked the new guy?
That was Bree.
That was Bree. Yeah, if Lego hates the new guy, then light him up in the comments.
Why are you picking on Lego?
Lego's not gonna hate the movie.
Is there right.
Yeah, right. If there's product placement.
Dang, man, he's calling you.
Yeah, there's I think Jenko does the pants.
He's calling you
Monster.
predictable, man.
Mountain Dew is a drink of choice for everybody in that movie.
Let's
And I
see, real
think,
quick.
We're all
I think
gonna have
DMX.
Mountain Dew sitting here.
I can't abide that behavior.
Uh-oh, let's see.
Look at it, Nate. Uh-oh.
I think it's a shirt order or something. Lego finished the late to the party designs. Came out pretty good. Let me try to find a screenshot of that.
Suez Canal question. What was that?
Mm.
Oh, I know what that one was about. Because of we were talking about that with the toilet paper issue and the pulping of it's gonna harm the comics.
Late to the party. So those shirts will be coming out soon.
Yay!
We just
Honey, you
got
have less hair in that one. He's gonna have to redo yours. You have less hair.
Nah, it's fine.
draw a beard on it.
All right.
He asked, you think the Suez Canal issue causing massive slowdown on wood pulp shipment will impact comic printing?
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know.
about wood sources for comic books.
No, a lot of this stuff comes like the manufacturing and the pulping and stuff like that comes through that area. We don't actually do a lot of, contrary to popular belief, we don't do a lot of wood cutting here in the US. We import our our wood.
I just figured we were reading stuff on former trees from the Amazon.
So a lot of that stuff, yeah. So a lot of that stuff gets pulped, and because it gets pulped, it gets shipped over for printing. Dave might have a good insight into this in a few weeks, because doesn't he still work for like a printing press or something? And so he might notice some shortages of paper goods coming in to be able to do printing on. We've noticed a little bit, or I've noticed a little bit when we went to go do ordering for cardboard boxes for shipping. There's a lot of stuff that's like out of stock. They discontinued. They aren't doing certain things anymore because are not getting it restocked as quickly. And I think a lot of it has to do with that. It might. They're worried right now more about the toilet paper issue becoming an issue again, not necessarily because of people grabbing it. It's just that the supply coming in isn't as great. It's not like people buying 500 rolls of it at a time or trying to. They just can't manufacture it quick enough and get it over here. I mean, that's what's happening with a lot of stuff, though. We're going to start seeing, I think, now in the next few months to the end of the year, probably the supply chain of that stuff getting messed up. I mean, there's a parking lot off of in the Long Beach and the LA Harbor right now. You can just see tanker trucks boats out there stocked, and they can't bring it into port to unload because nobody's there to work it, or they don't want to work it. Certain restrictions and things like that. They're just not getting it out in time.
I would imagine, and this is just bro speculation, but I would imagine that one of the things that probably a lot of people are freaking out about is that a lot of the face masks are manufactured in places like China and India and the Southeast Asian countries.
Hello.
And I would imagine that those shipments come into Europe through the Suez Canal. So you're going to have the mask panickers freaking out because there's going to be a short supply at the store. But for normal people, it's not going to be a big deal.
So we went out and bought an extra thing of it just in case.
Toilet paper, not masks. Toilet paper.
Anyway,
I don't know. I don't even need toilet paper.
that's right. You got a bidet.
Bidet.
Rub it.
All but night and all but day.
Ugh.
Keep the culo clean, I say.
Wait till you get a leak. I mean,
UTP
you're
shortage
using your
incoming
towel.
made me thinking it would impact printing. Huh. We got anything else? Nice shirt, Isaac. Deadly Class.
Oh yeah, it's coming back in April.
The book or the show?
The book. The book's been on a hiatus for a while.
They were depressed when the show got canceled.
Probably.
The show was good too.
Yeah, it was.
They were stupid on that.
What? Oi.
Deadly Class.
Did we lose Jose?
I don't know.
Jose's phone probably died.
Now I'm here.
Oh, he's just audio now.
Yeah, I had to pause for a second.
There he is.
You made
All
him
right.
sad. You made him go away.
See, do we have anything else, guys?
Nah.
Okay. Then let's call it. And then the screen's a little bit weird today. I don't see the ability for me to shut the stream down and keep us being able to talk. So I think we're gonna all be saying bye once I click this end to end. So see what kind of clips I can pull out of this in the next couple of days. You guys have any ideas for a clip show? I don't know if we went as deep as we did in previous weeks.
Just break it up by topics, the way you had it.
Cool.
Yeah, short and sweet's nice.
All right. I'm going to get you a cape. Captain Obvious cape. A big C on it. All right, guys. See y'all on Monday. And I'll see what I can do if I can cruise over tomorrow or not. I don't know if I'll be able to make
Sounds
it.
good.
We'll see. All right, guys.
Sure. Bye,
Till
guys.
then.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Ah, crap. We didn't all go away.
Oh yeah, looks like it didn't all go away. Let's see.
Hey, Isaac. We have a doctor's appointment at 2 tomorrow for Ash. So I don't know if you're planning on coming by
Hey.
around 3 or
We're
what,
still
but
filming. We're
I'm
still
going to be
filming.
in Anaheim.
Is it still
All right.
going?
It's still going.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I guess we have to end it. That's funny. See you guys. I hope my prayers are with Asher.